Okay, guys, I really wanted a Toru-centric episode, but this is not what I had in mind. This is too much to handle, and my heart is breaking. Hey guys, Kelly here, and this is Fanimated, the animation fan channel where we get a chance to geek out about our favorite animated media. And today, as always, I am geeking out about A Fruits Basket Season 3, Episode 6 already, and there are no signs of slowing down. There is so much happening in this episode. I wish I could just dissect all of it in detail, but I do have to, give myself a break because I can only edit so much in such a short time. So I'm going to try to keep this brief. And in doing so, I'm just going to skip straight to the meat of this episode. Let's talk about Toru and Kyo. So basically, Toru is finally confronting her feelings for Kyo and her insecurities in general. We learn more about how she kind of just almost over worships her mother. Like, she is clinging so dearly to her mom because she doesn't want to forget her. And I get that. I totally see that. But for her, it's getting in the way of her love of Kyo because she has this conception in her mind that she can't let anyone else into her heart, otherwise she will completely forget her mom. And that's just not true, but that's just the way her brain is thinking, and it's so heartbreaking because, of course, everyone, I would assume everyone, I don't know, I'm freaking out because I'm like, no, girl, you need Kyo too. Like, you clearly care about him, and she does. She admits that. She admits her feelings in front of Azuzu, and I'm like, yeah, girl, yeah, that's how you feel. But it's like this conflicting thing with her mom and with Kyo, and ultimately at the end of the episode, like, she can't do it. She can't at this point, let go of her mom because she thinks if she tries to tell Kyo, she almost does, and then she sees, her mom is gone from the picture, and then she stops herself, and it's like, oh no, poor baby precious Toru, girl, you need to tell Kyo your feelings. Oh. And so I was just like, I was so proud of Toru for confronting the truth about herself, and this very relatable thing of she feels like she's selfish and all of these things when she overcompensates with her generosity and kindness almost, and it's like, oh girl, you're doing fine. We are all selfish humans. It's what we do, is who we are, and your love of Kyo is not selfish, and it's not pity. It's, you truly do care about him and love him, and I need them to be happy. Kyo, on the other hand, oh my goodness, Kyo. I mean, you can just, over the seasons, it's like he just mellows out so much because of Toru and because of her influence on him, and the scene where they're on the balcony, and I just can't, he's just like, yeah, let it out, I'm here. And even before that, when she is crying in the street, and he's just like, the head pat, thank you. And he's just so patient with her, and he wants to know what's going on, she's bottling everything up, and it's just like, Toru needs to talk to people. That's clearly the problem with everyone in Fruits Basket. They need to communicate and go to therapy. But I digress. Obviously the big hoo-ha crazy thing about this episode, end of the episode, Kyo looks at the hat for some reason that Toru has from Yuki when they were children, and that triggers in his mind a memory. This memory, and the voice of Toru's mother saying, I can never forgive you, and oh boy howdy, is this a doozy. So, we've got that to deal with. Why is Kyo there? When Toru's mom, gets in an accident, what happened with all of that? Also, the fear that now Kyo is going to revert even more into isolation and into himself, and he's not going to talk to anyone because, like I just said, everyone in Fruits Basket doesn't talk and communicate their feelings, and that's what needs to happen. And I'm very, very nervous that now both of them, I felt were on the brink of like just expressing their feelings and verbalizing their emotions, and now by the end of this episode, they're both like reverting back into themselves, and it's going to be even harder to bring them out of their shells. But there is, of course, another huge, huge thing I need to discuss, and that's the whole scene with Shigure being a total turd. And regardless of, him obviously being who he is, he does have a very interesting theory about the curse. And his theory, and Kurano's as well apparently, is that because there's been no other time in the Soma family history when all of the zodiac animals have been alive at the same time, that the curse is finally being complete and therefore will continue to be broken. In a sense, they're all at the banquet, so to speak. They're all living. They're all here. That now that promise can be fulfilled. This promise, ancient promise of, we'll be together again. Well, now they're all here. They're all alive. And so that's what's breaking the curse. But I do wonder, what is the order in which this is happening? We've had Kurano, the bird, and we've had Momiji, the rabbit. So who's going to be next? Is there something that's triggering them to be, is there something in their lives or in their minds that's triggering them to break the curse? Or is it just happening randomly? Is it happening in a specific order? I kind of hope there's more to it than it just being random. It just being random, it just is, that's fine. But I always hope there's a little more to the puzzle, I guess. And I like it when there's something to be solved. So me as an audience member, I'm trying to rack my brain and try to figure out what's the trigger for them breaking the curse. But, maybe it is just like Shigure said, it just is a matter of time and all of the curses will be broken. But as Toru states, that could be decades from now, sure, they're all alive right now, but it could still take years, who knows? How do we make this happen? Because Toru is we're on the clock. Kyo's being, sent into isolation in a year. So this needs to happen. This needs to be broken because she is not about to lose him. I cannot wait for more of this season. There's so much more to talk about and discuss about this. So feel free to reach out, leave a comment, email me at fananimatedpodcast@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at fananimatedpodcast. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I love geeking out about it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for geeking out with me, and I will talk at you soon. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay animated.